G'day folks. Well, today we have something quite interesting. I've got a little booby hatch happening here on my vise. I had the Bulldog said, why don't we try to tie me up some Bulldog boobies. Nothing's been more effective than the Bulldog for streamer, and likes fishing the booby nymphs. So here it comes, and might work. Don't know. We're just wrapping them up. We're going to send them over to them for the summer. You can try them out and get back to us. But anyway, I got all the materials ready here on the vise on the table, so I'm going to film this little video for you while I'm doing this. Not rocket science, but something you might find interesting. So let's get rid of all these little guys. I'll tie them up a dozen, and then you can start fishing them. Anyway, let's get started with the materials we need. I'm going to tie with a Gamakatsu size 8. This is a saltwater hook, but it's got a large gape on it, nice sharp hook. They're a little lighter wire too. They look like a pretty heavy shank, but they actually don't weigh much. So they work okay with these floating nymphs. I'm going to use some Rainey's float foam for the eyes. And over top the eyes, and when I finish, I'm just going to use some gold 5/32 gold prism tape on eyes, and you can put some resin over top or glue them on, whatever, make them more durable. In the tail, I'm going to use some burnt orange marabou blood quill for the tail. Here's the olive, kind of a light olive goldish color chenille I use on the Bulldog, and then I'm going to use just some burnt orange hackle here, some nice soft saddle hackle. We'll use it down here. It's getting all the sweet spots getting picked out, but this is still pretty nice back here, and it'll work for our application for this fly for sure. So let's get a hook in the vise and tie up a Bulldog booby. Never before seen. It might be a great idea, or who knows, could fail miserably. I've seen that happen before. Okay, I'll put a little thread on the front. I'm going to take a little piece of my Rainey's float foam, cut a little cylinder out of that. When I tie that on, I'm going to tie it just this way, so that way I get my foam right in the middle and it comes on straight. My foam is divided, then I can just turn it on and follow that thread wraps. That way I don't, that'll fit right in that little void in the middle now where I have it tied down. It should sit on nice and tight and it's dead on the middle. Okay, I'll trim them up, I'll square them up later after I'm done tying my fly. Okay, just put some thread base down here. Also going to use some copper wire to reinforce this fly. We want to keep it as durable as possible. I like to trim off the bottom of my marabou here, so take a little bit of that rough. These nice blood quills, really nice soft marabou for tailing material on lake flies. Pinch it off to one side, and that's about enough for a lake pattern right there. I like a long slender tail on lake flies. Come in underneath, so it pinches it on nice and straight and it holds it on better. Catch our wire in at the rear. Basically tying a woolly bugger up with foam eye is all we're doing. Catch our chenille at the back here. And I'll just run that forward behind the eyes. Tie it off right behind the eyeball. Booby eyes. What's the world coming to? Okay. They do catch a lot of fish. I fish them too. You can't argue with success. Then I'll leave some of this webby hackle where I tie it in at the butt. Get a nice turn in behind. 2 turns there. Then I'll just palmer it back that hackle, and that part of the saddle, you notice, has got quite a taper to it. It gets small. And I'll just reinforce with wire. Bulldog streamer has had more views than any fly, I believe, on the sport fishing show or YouTube. We've had a lot of followers on that one, and there's a lot of people using it. Dale's got quite the savvy for picking out flies, and he's helped design a lot of flies on here too. He's not tying a lot, but he sure knows what he's doing when he's picking them, and what works and what don't. He sure keeps track of things down there. So I'm going to get some of my gold eyes. I'll just peel them off with a vodka needle. Never bet against Dale and the Bulldog, that's all I can tell you. Got a lot of fish with that one. A lot of species too. So I just tape them on, they'll actually stick there. I've fished them and they'll actually stick not that bad. But a good idea to do if you have resin, if you don't use, you can put a little dab of super glue on there. But if you want to make them even more durable, which, you know, I mean, why not? We got the time. Put a little resin just so it makes sure it goes around the outside of the eye, and then hit that with a light. Cook that on, and they won't come off. Pinch the barbs. We've got the pattern all reinforced. That fly will take a beating. You can fish that all day if you don't break it off. And here it is, Bulldog Booby. You've seen it before Dale did. So good luck with that. Thanks for watching Sport Fishing on the Fly on the Bench. We'll catch you again soon.